This is the Krups espresso maker. I'm going to show you how I make my mocha every morning. It's actually a nice little toy I bought a few months ago, and I'll get right at it. So I grind the coffee and I fill this thing about 4/5 of the way up, and I use the little spoon as a compactor. If you don't put enough coffee in there, it ends up being, not really coffee. It's more like brown water. So, and this thing goes on pretty easily, although I usually use two hands. Let's try that. There we go. It's in place, and then the pot, usually you just slide it under there. Piece of cake. And then comes the water. So you got to unscrew the top. And there's the water vessel. And we're going to grab some water and put it in there. I always use bottled water. I also have this Capresso milk frother, and I kind of borrow it for the water. It makes it easier to pour in there. This pretty much gives you 2 cups of coffee. That's already kind of half full. The other thing is when you put this lid back on, you gotta make sure it's pretty tight. Otherwise the steam will escape. This thing becomes under pressure. Not super tight, but snug. Alrighty, and then we're ready to rock here. It's all ready to go, and then you just turn this in that direction, kind of up. And then it takes about 3 minutes or so before the coffee shows up. And usually during that time, I use this milk frother at the same time. So while the coffee's being made, I put some milk in the frother, and I use this regular old Hershey's chocolate syrup. There's probably better things for mocha, but this is just what I have. And I put a few squirts in my cup, and I'm ready to rock. So we'll catch up here in a second. All right, this is still going. Like I said, it takes three to 4 minutes. And it's a timing thing. If I use this frother, if I do it too soon, the milk is ready way before the coffee. And I usually wait until there's the first couple of drips of coffee coming in to hit that thing. And it's got this little plastic gizmo here. I never could figure out what that's for. No idea. I usually don't have it on there, but I'll put it back on there for this demo. And I don't know if you could hear it starting to boil. I'll put it on pause here until we get the coffee coming out. Okay, first signs of coffee are coming out. I can hear it kind of boiling more, so I'm going to go ahead and start this cool frother. I bought all this stuff from Bed Bath & Beyond, but you can certainly buy it online. This frother is pretty nice. It heats the milk pretty quickly. I think 2 minutes and it shuts off. It's ready to go. So that's why I don't want to be too far ahead of the coffee. And here comes our coffee. I am using currently this Kirkland House Blend. There's probably something better, but that's what I got. The steam wand, it works quite well. It is kind of cramped quarters. You can see the cup just barely kind of fits in there. So there's not a whole lot of real estate right there, but it works. I'm not using that for this particular event since I have this frother going. So here's our coffee coming out. It's been, I think, 3 minutes since I turned it on. So I usually let that go about a third of the way up. So I'm going to put this down and catch you later. Okay, so to turn it off, you just basically go back to this position, and it's off, and it shuts off right away. And then I usually let it drip out for a minute. I mean, you can just pour it. This thing is removable, easily cleaned. Just takes a second. And you can see our milk is very quickly, it's already steaming. So I probably should have waited longer for the milk, but here we go. So I got the coffee. I'm just going to stir this up before I put the milk in. Get all that chocolate in there. And this thing will shut off by itself when it's ready to go. And you can usually feel, yeah, it's about 80 degrees right now, 85. Just getting up there. And if you want your coffee even hotter, you could put the steamer on. I'm going to get a paper towel first. Okay, let's check out the steamer. It kind of spits out water for the first few seconds because it's been off for a minute or so. It's important to run after you use the wand to run it with nothing. That way it won't ever get clogged. If you just turn it off with the milk in there, it'll almost certainly get plugged up. So it is getting pretty steamy, so you can reheat the coffee. You turn that puppy off. You do not want to get burned. And always clean it. Some people will do that, and I think it's recommended that you use this thing, which I just took it off because I found it kind of pointless. So now my milk has shut itself off while we were busy doing that. And again, I usually use two hands with this, but because I'm usually stirring this in. And there you have a mocha. All right.